So in part one, we have the brother saying he quit his job. He just walked away and he just dived out there and he gave it a stop because he wanted to be an entrepreneur and put people to work for him. Now we have a whole different perspective. So let's pay attention to this.
The biggest myth out there for people who have corporate jobs who want to be full-time entrepreneurs is that they'll have so much more time for their business when they leave their corporate job. Here's what they not gonna tell you. I was working full-time and I had my business on the side. I had structure in my day. So I knew I had to wake up at 5 a.m. and from 5 to 7, work on my business, 7 to 8, get ready, 8 to 9, commute. I was strict about that time. When I became a full-time entrepreneur, all of a sudden, the day felt mushy, meaning it didn't have no structure to it. And so all of a sudden, I was actually putting in more time in my business when I had a full-time job than I was when I became a full-time entrepreneur.
Structure issues are important no matter what side you're on. So she had a full day where she had a job, and then she did her business, and she had to work out a structure to make both of them work. But then when she left her job and she just had a business, she felt like everything was out of order. Why? Because she was used to those kind of hours and those kind of demands. And some people work very well under that kind of pressure. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but let's listen on.
I learned how to give structure to my day as an entrepreneur. Here's what I did. On Mondays, I was like, that's the day I'm gonna do content. On Tuesday, that's the day I was gonna do pitching. On Wednesday, that's the day I was going to do live videos. I was going to follow up with clients and I was going to do social media DMs. On Thursdays, I was gonna follow up with everyone that I pitched on Tuesday. And on Friday, I was gonna plan the following week and do any additional follow-ups and sales calls, okay?
I agree with her. People that say, I'm just gonna leave my job and go do something, if you haven't put some kind of structure in place or you haven't begin to build something, that you have some kind of foundation, that's a bad thing to just go dive out there with nothing, not even a plan in place. Agreed with her on that.
Ask yourself these questions earnestly. 1, are you doing everything you can to capitalize on the opportunity you have? 2, can you afford it? And 3, do you have enough clients now with that job to replace your salary? Because most people cannot sell from a place of abundance and peace when their bank account is looking broke.
A lot of people cannot sell from a place of peace when their bank account is looking broke. And so she's saying, keep your job until your business grows to the place that salary replaces it and you can move. That's a popular teaching and there's a strong truth to it. But so is it to the other brothers who said, no, I couldn't do the other one with this one. I had to leave that and go do this. So here's my question. Who's right? You ready? Let's grow.